I mean, it's a surprise. The entire film, it just keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's incredible.
Oh my gosh, I love this script. I remember I was sick in bed with COVID when I received it. And I was like, let me just take a look at this. And I was absolutely riveted by it. It was so wonderful what Brad Inglesby wrote. And then I watched Michael Pearce's movie, Beast, and I was really intrigued. And I thought, wow, the match of this writer and this director is just too much for me to resist.
I'd never met her before. I think she's amazing, and it's kind of incredible to work with somebody who's that wonderful, whose work you love that much, and to still be hugely impressed by them. You kind of think you've imagined how amazing they can be, and she was even better. Like, her work in the film is extraordinary. She's just, yeah, she's a very special actor, and I feel very lucky to have worked with her.
Yeah, good. I mean, it's, as a director, you always feel a bit vulnerable when you're first showing the film. But I saw it in New York with an audience. I think that was the first time watching it with an audience as it's been finished. And that was quite a special experience because the reaction was good in the room. You know, the laughs and gasps and silences were all in the right places. So, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a fun night. And there's a lot of the crew that are here tonight and some friends. And this particular screen is like my favourite cinema in London, in the world, actually, I think. So that's also really cool.
She's very prolific, but she's been in some of the best. You know, she was in The Hours. She was on Spectacular in The Hours. I mean, she has such. She has what 𝘧𝘢𝘷𝘰𝘶𝘳 has. They're both quite small. They have beautiful faces that the camera reaches out and grabs meaning from. And, you know, she's very intelligent. She's got a Scottish background. She's very, very attuned to this country. So she knows a lot of people I knew. So we had big gossips about New York and people we knew. She's very chatty because she does so much film that actually she doesn't particularly want to be talking about the scenes when we're not doing it, but I was kind of going, shouldn't we be worrying about this? But she's got that wonderful way that Americans have of being both relaxed and attuned at the same time. We here work much harder like that.
Yeah, and so a couple of things. My aunt owns Echo Valley Farm in Westchester, Pennsylvania, so that's a real farm, and she boards and trains horses. So that was sort of the genesis that I thought maybe be really interesting to set a thriller on a farm. We hadn't seen that in a little while, and I loved that idea and that setting. And then, you know, I love writing, you know, I love writing women, and I love writing about moms and daughters. I've done that a few times in my career, and I've always really enjoyed it and been inspired by the women in my life and their relationships and the way they talk to each other. So that's usually how something comes about, is you get a couple ideas and you try to figure out what the story is to build the connective tissue around those pieces you're interested in.
Intense, like it's sort of the best and the worst of human emotion. It's sort of the most powerful love and the most destructive anger in the film. And frankly, some of the scenes were really difficult to shoot, actually. There's a big sequence in the film where they actually get into a physical alteration, and she's needing money, and Julie's character doesn't want to give her money, and it gets really awful. And I think when we were filming it that day, everybody just sort of, you know, wanted to go and have a strong drink afterwards because it was sort of that level of intensity. But, you know, with actors of this quality, you let them do it. The best producing advice sometimes is get out of the way and watch great people work. And we were lucky that they got on incredibly well in real life, and they transferred that power and I think that energy to the screen.
Oh, I need some money! I don't have any money! It's all gone towards getting you better. Clearly it hasn't worked. Mom, where are you going? Mom, I'm in trouble! I need money, Mom! Mom, I need help! Mom, give me some money!
a tormented, difficult relationship in the film, but hopefully one that feels really honest and asks questions for the audience about how far they would go for their own children, especially in times of great difficulty.